Thank you, Mr. Chairman. With regards to the exchanges, Mr. Dennis, the president's already waived off the competitive part of that for another year or two. Is that not correct?
Yes.
Can you explain a little bit about that?
You mean that there will only be one plan?
Right.
Yeah, there'll be one rather than three.
So as a result of that, where's the competition that's supposed to be driving down price?
Well, you wouldn't necessarily have to get your insurance through the exchange. I mean, you could, but you don't necessarily have to. So presumably there will be other plans.
What kind of effect is that going to have on the small business folks trying to find insurance?
Well, it will be, I mean, they'll have fewer opportunities than they would have in the past.
What does that usually mean when you have fewer opportunities?
More expense and less quality, let me put it that way.
One of the things that I've talked with my small business folks at home is that whenever they're looking in the 40 to 150 range about how they're going with employees, how they're going to be able to afford this. They're looking at going to part-time with some of these, going temps in some of these, even dividing their companies in two, having two separate companies to try and slip underneath this. Whenever these people are go down to 28 hours or 30 hours or whatever it is, those people are going to find insurance on their own. Is that not correct?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're a young person that's being laid off and you're healthy, Mr. Thorne, what's your experience with young people who have to make a choice between paying rent, making a house payment, making car payments, paying the rest of their insurance, and now they have to figure out how they're going to afford health insurance on a reduced budget? What's your experience with that?
Or go on a date.
Or go on a date.
Yeah, and the young, healthy immortals, we call them.
Maybe they'll get married like Miss Hahn's friend, maybe.
Let's hook them up. There you go. No, I think that's a very real concern. And in our state of Utah, we've had up to age 26 for a long time, for a number of years. So part of the ACA, I think that's a good thing. I look at a lot of these young kids who are going to school. The last thing in the world they can afford is health insurance. Be able to stay on their mom and dad, that's a good thing. But for those young folks
let's take a single parent with a child or two. You're 30 some years old. You've got you're a wage earner. You can pick out whatever occupation you want to, but you're a wage earner, and suddenly now you don't have your receptionist at your insurance agency, for instance, and suddenly you get your hours cut back. You've got two employees, let's say. Now you cut them both back 28, so you got part-time employees. You don't have to supply their insurance for them. What happens? What's the economic effect when people have less money to spend, Mr. Dennis?
Well, I mean, if you have less money to spend,
you don't purchase things, right?
Well, yeah, and you're going to prioritize them. Let's put it that way.
If you have less money, and if the insurance is taking more money out of your pocket, and you have less money to spend, that's less money to spend in the rest of the economy, is it not?
Well, someone's got it somewhere. I mean,
the insurance companies are going to take it out and send it to the government, so the government's got it, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so where's the economic benefit of this? Or is it going to be a plus or a minus?
Well, I'm getting a little lost on some of this. I'm sorry, sir, but
okay. My basic where I'm headed with this is the insurance costs are sucking more money out of the economy. There's less money for the individuals and businesses to spend, and therefore there's going to be less money spent in the economy. So the effect would be.
Well, I'm not. No. There won't be any less money spent. It will be who is spending it and what is being spent on.
Okay. Who can best spend $1? The government or private sector? And get a better return on it?
I'm very much biased toward the private sector.
Thank you for your honesty, Mr. Dennis. I think that, in the interest of time here, I'll stop there, so we need to go vote. But again, I thank you each for being here today. I appreciate your willingness to spend some time with us and give us some real-world examples of some of the effects of this tax on small business. Thank you.